What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Tell Mom podcast, episode 49.
Oh, no, Cullen, we're getting close.
Brother and duo.
He's the dur.
The brother and sister duo of the Don't Tell Mom podcast, for anything and everything Legendary goes.
What up? We're so excited today, too, because we have, like, the coolest guest ever. I know I say that every time, but this is for real.
Legendary, yes.
He's the most legendary, for sure. Y'all, please help us introduce Carson from the Legendary Shots.
What's up, man?
I'm a little upset you couldn't wait and have me here for the 50th one, but
I know. Well, 52 is the big one.
1 year.
Yeah, that's our 1 year anniversary because there's 52 weeks in a year. We just discovered this last podcast, so we're like, we got to do something. So I think we're gonna go. Have you ever done a skydive in slow motion?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I've watched someone skydive, but I've never filmed it in slow motion.
Dude, when we go skydiving for our 1 year podcasting anniversary, will you totally come out there and film it for us?
I'm trying to think of what that would look like. It'd be cool to see like the wind flapping. You'd have to have like a
right
holding it.
Oh, that would
terrifying.
be so unattractive.
I've seen the dentures fly out. You know, on YouTube.
That would actually be incredible to get.
Yes.
Right? You probably have to go with us and then like be strapped up with your camera and stuff and like be right in front of us.
Just
we could totally make that happen too.
Cheeks flapping in the wind.
Yeah, we all go tandem and I see this happening for sure. You're definitely invited.
Maybe John will film that one. John could be with us today, but
yes,
we'll save him for that.
Yeah, okay,
so
good.
Let's Legendary Shots. Let's figure out who you are and what you do.
Yeah,
and
tell us everything.
This is crazy. Yeah, so we've got a funny story about how we met. We'll get into that in a minute. But
it's a great story.
Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how'd you got into it.
It's definitely morphed a whole lot over the years. It started off being me and a couple buddies from middle school, 7th grade exactly, 2006, us doing trick shots in the driveway.
That makes you feel old, doesn't it?
I know, right?
If you scroll far enough back, we actually have our first shot ever, but you're maybe like
if y'all are watching on
100
YouTube,
posts away from
be
it.
sure. Yeah, I'm following.
This is
scrolling through some of their
serious.
Instagram
He's been
stuff.
doing this for a minute. Yeah. So slow motion.
So it just
did you just
like,
have like a thing for the slow mo? You just thought it was really cool?
Yeah,
Has this been like a...
That's been recent.
That
I think,
introduced itself much later on the timeline. We did trick shots from 2006 until still now, but it was only trick shots for a long time. We had up to 9 people in our group. A lot of people just, in school, friends or whatever, and then we kind of nailed down more of a group that was more dedicated to doing it, people who enjoyed it more, and, trick shots eventually not got old, but they just kind of felt like we'd
running
done
out of
almost all
things.
of them.
Yeah,
Which is, it takes, several thousand successful trick shots to ever feel like you've done all of them, but eventually you feel like you've done all of them.
Right.
And we were at VidCon 2015, I believe, and we met a guy named Darren. I think you might know him.
Yeah.
And he had a slow-mo camera, and we stayed in touch with him over the years. And then he came and visited us with the slow-mo camera in 2016, I believe. And we filmed a lot of stuff one weekend. We started posting on Instagram, and it started doing a lot better than our trick shots do, which was kind of disheartening, but also like, well, maybe this is something else we could do.
It's something new for your audience,
Yeah, we thought, well, if these are doing so well, maybe we should invest in a slow-mo camera ourselves. And so we bought one.
Nice.
And in 2017, August 2017, and we've been posting them ever since. And our Instagram grew from like 300,000 to 900,000, probably as a result of that.
God, that's crazy. So we need to get a slow-mo camera.
And
just talk.
We're trying to get to 10,000 on the podcast.
Mom stories and be like, so this one time, that spanking was like.
I don't think that would work for us. I don't think it's the same idea. But
one sentence could last hours.
Right.
I have a question. Probably everybody is out there thinking. How many times does it take for you to get that one perfect shot? Because I think I saw something where y'all like threw a basketball ridiculous
out of a helicopter,
right? Some way back, and then it made it. It's like, and I just thought to myself, how many times did they actually do that before they made it look like they did it first
this
try?
This is the faded VidCon where we met the.
Yeah, this was at VidCon right here off the 7th story into a basketball goal.
I mean, that shot in particular is a funny story. Chase is the second guy up. We had John trying it for hours, and he couldn't make it. It was actually his birthday, and we were like, hey, John, I know it's your birthday, but we really got to make this shot. And it's your
step
time's
aside.
up.
Yeah.
And then Chase barely made it too. That one was a bad one. But the helicopter shot took about an hour and a half, which isn't too bad because we had to land every time we missed. You could only fit 13 basketballs, I believe, up in the helicopter.
Oh.
Literally, you couldn't fit 14.
You got 13 shots.
If you,
13 shots.
You'd throw your shots, you'd miss them all, as you do, and we'd land.
So you have to say your intro every time, too, before you shoot? Like,
it depends. A lot of times that gets in the person's head. Like the VidCon shot, I think part of the problem was he was saying, welcome to VidCon, and throwing it. And it was just like, your brain's already having enough trouble doing the trick shot. Adding welcome to VidCon, even though it's a pretty elementary line, was
is a lot.
with them.
Right, yeah.
So you'll notice a lot of videos, there's intros, and some shots there aren't intros. Like, oh, I wonder why they didn't name that one. It's like, oh, they did.
They just couldn't make it happen.
I think it's so relevant to especially me, because growing up, I would always try to like throw the basketball up on the garage roof and let it roll back down, and then try to
do some fancy.
all those little classic. Just it's like the typical little kid game, or like doing a trick shot, or like bouncing it off the wall, making it go off that wall, making it go into the cup.
I think it's awesome. It's like never grow up,
Yeah.
It's like we're always gonna come up with.
Golly.
I mean, y'all have done some
first
awesome
one here.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. Look at this one. Is that the helicopter
That's
shot?
like an edit of it. Actually, no. If you go back up, is the first shot, because we reposted it on the 10-year anniversary of us making it. We've been doing this a long time, so that was February 2016 is when we reposted it.
I saw y'all had Bruce Pearl doing some trick shots, and Auburn was just in the Final Four recently.
Should have won that game.
I know,
we
right?
definitely would have beaten Texas Tech. Just saying.
Oh my god. Well, it's funny because being in the YouTube world, and this is kind of going back to how we met and how he's like
great story.
Been in several of their little trick shot videos, and then some of their slow mo stuff. But yeah, I was in Target. Was it with you?
He was target balling.
It
was.
No, I wasn't.
You were target balling.
I wasn't target balling. I was.
You were just buying stuff, right? Or
no,
I was. Cape?
I was wearing a cape.
You were wearing a cape.
Oh no, that's right. Because we're doing a video called Real Life Olympics. So we would like get somebody grabbing like a cereal box off the top counter. Top shelf, and in real life, I would like come up and just be like, "Oh, excuse me, can I grab that?" Try to cut them off. And so then in post, we'd have voiceover like, "Look at this, Johnny. He's going in for the grab. He's going, in the steal." And it was like right before the Olympics came out. And so we were doing real life Olympic events. And like we had the UPS driver loading up the boxes. Oh, look at the effort in his thrust in the back. But so then I saw a group of these younger guys, and I was like, these guys are going to be great. And I wanted one more shot. And I wanted one that was like epic, and I was like, I can't.
So they were your target.
Yeah. So I saw them out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh my God, I could actually like fake this last shot and make it, kind of a comedic, funny, parody-like. And I was like, hey, would y'all mind doing this, and this? And without like even hesitating, they were like, oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, we're here getting some.
Let's set this up. Where's the angle? Let's let you.
Yeah, we're trying to help you.
I was like, what is going
I don't want to block camera.
This is crazy. And so come to find out, they were there shopping for a brand deal that they were getting ready to shoot and getting some Nerf toys or something, airsoft toys. I don't know. Some
Zing, not Nerf.
Sorry.
Don't get it twisted. That was the conveyor.
Send the invoice Zing over to Legendary Shots. But yeah, they were getting some toys to shoot a video on YouTube too. And then from there, it was like, what? Y'all do YouTube? What? You do YouTube? This is crazy.
That never happens in real life either. You always meet other YouTubers online, but y'all actually met at the Target down here.
Target in Alabama, which is like normally not a likely place for a YouTube collab to like actually.
Right.
No, not
and then
at
we'd
all.
see you at VidCon and all the conventions and stuff like that. And then, I remember going over and we filmed a couple videos.
You were there at the beginning of our slow-mo careers. That's when Derek was actually in town.
That was the very first
I forgot
time.
about that.
Yeah.
When we shot our first slow-mo at home, you were there for like the big day and were basically
a
founding member of our Slow-Mo Sunday series.
Yeah.
The axe to the Pepsi
you're
cans.
grandfathered in, Cullen. I love it.
That's crazy. I do remember the feeling of the. I remember y'all. We had some. It was some dad video we were trying to make or something. It was kind of corny, but I was dressed up as a penguin, and we were chunking fake baby dolls over a cliff.
Oh, those were fake.
Yeah.
I mean,
not real ones. Over
for
a
anybody
cliff.
that doesn't know you, that's just tuning in, this is Cullen.
And we're trying to hit a crib and like ringing a crib with fake baby dolls. First to 10
Nice.
wins or something. And I was the dad, and so, but yeah, going back to like that like intro before you shoot it, it was just, it gets in your head and you're like, oh my God, what was I supposed to say again? And then you totally forget how to shoot or how to throw a baby.
I remember you had like Co-Baby Bryant was one of the puns you said.
Oh yeah, Co-Baby Bryant and Kyrie Irving.
I was trying to think of what Kyrie's was. Yeah, Kyrie Irving.
What was Larry Bird?
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Yeah, we had like all these baby puns. Like,
Yeah, that's so
it was
funny. That's
That
like
video
a
did
match made in
terribly, by the
Target.
way.
Yeah,
It was our lowest performing YouTube video I think we've ever uploaded.
it had a dad in it.
Yeah,
We should have been
that
more
wasn't your target
savvy with our
audience.
thumbnail.
Yeah, it was. I could. It was one of those that you're making, and you're like, "Whoa, this is not gonna be good."
It's like, why are we?
Why are we doing this? Okay, let's keep
Sunk
going.
cost fallacy. We'd already spent enough time on it. We may as well finish.
Yeah, we're trying to beat the sun and
So this is fate then. So this was like a group. Cullen said that when he met y'all had a bunch of you, and then now it's just you and one other guy, right? So
Yeah, myself and John.
okay, so what the other guys were like, y'all are too crazy for us. We can't do it. You got too extreme.
Yeah, just different people had different job opportunities open up that weren't trick shot
this.
related.
Yeah.
The thing they spent their college money on. I may as well use this
Education.
degree and try to get something out of it.
What do your parents think about?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I wonder what their parents think, but then I'll just ask you. What do your parents think?
They're very supportive of it.
That's awesome.
They usually, first like on a lot of the posts, or at least they try to be, like, "Ooh, I loved your video today." But they understand that it might not last forever. But they're still hopeful that I can make it last as
Right.
long as I can.
Yeah.
Right? Keep
You just
going.
show the explosion, by the way.
Oh, where is that? Yes.
That's way up.
I always thought like, okay, when you
Or
run out
like
of
the other way.
things,
This
when
way?
you run out of tricks or when you run out of things to like blow up or whatever, I was always thinking that you should just start back over from the beginning.
Yeah,
Because you got all these new
remaster.
people that hadn't really gone back and looked at the old ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing
So
we blew up was Cullen's eardrums. actually.
yes. Oh my gosh.
I saw that. That was
that
awesome.
one, I think World Star
They loved that one.
reposted
I think
that
they posted
one.
it twice. By accident.
Yeah. Where is that?
There's-
There I am, dressed up like a penguin holding a diaper.
Which means we're not close.
That is funny. That's
Yeah.
up a good
Golly.
typical
So,
Cullen.
All right, slow down. We're getting close.
there's Jake Paul. He's done
Yeah.
some collabs with Jake Paul.
For those of y'all listening, go on to his Instagram. And what's your Instagram handle?
Legendary Shots.
Legendary Shots. There I am with the
So you can
sledgehammer.
see all these pictures and all these little trick shots.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
We're about to show this one on the
Actually, go up
screen.
another like 20 rows or something.
Where the explosion. So this explosion was a.
There it is right there to the left, isn't it?
That's close.
Oh,
right?
No. What was it called? It was called a fire extinguisher ball,
Fire
I think.
extinguisher ball. They're meant for when you're not home or at least not awake and a fire starts and you'd like it to put itself out.
There it is.
And so if the fuse lights, the ball explodes and this like powder made for extinguishing fires goes everywhere. And we didn't know it was essentially a bomb. Like you wouldn't be able to travel with it.
Yes.
He is not licensed professional to be handling this bomb equipment either.
Baloney.
Baloney. That's
Sorry,
our,
we're not just
That's
yelling
our
baloney.
safety word, baloney.
Are we about to light another one?
I'm saying like with a bomb, with like an explosion like this, you only get one shot, right? I mean,
We had
there's-
2 fire extinguisher balls, but
Okay.
psychologically, that was the only time we would ever have done it because
Yeah.
that was our first explosion.
Yeah.
And so once we realized how tremendously awful it was, no one was ever going to stand 2 feet away from it again. So that was basically a one and done.
right, that was
Yeah.
dumb.
We literally
did two.
thought it was going to be just like a poof.
That could have ended real bad. Though.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
We did 2, and the second one is it on a stick. And we were going to do one on a stick from far away and one close up with us. And
Okay.
the order really mattered for that. Because
Yeah.
if we had done the stick one first, we'd have realized that being 20 feet away doesn't even feel safe. And
Right.
we never would have done the 2 feet away one.
Ah.
So very important for the order on this one. I'm glad
Yeah.
looking back, since I don't think I have any hearing loss, at least I've gotten used to it by now, I'm glad we did it in that order.
Right.
Yeah. I remember thinking after that, I was like, well,
You fell backwards.
Yeah, we got another one. I'm not getting anywhere.
I didn't know if that was Cullen being dramatic, like falling backwards,
no,
and
it
you literally
literally-
got like
we were
blown
all
away.
legitimately
We
like,
were all
20
scared.
yards away for the
Yeah.
second one.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Here we
so yeah, for those of y'all that can't see and they're just
The
listening,
sound
they're
is
like just
important, too, the
standing.
explosion.
They're standing
Yeah.
like 2 feet, like around a fire pit. Were you in? Oh,
Oh, my
man, that is
gosh.
so dangerous. See, I thought that this was like a controlled environment. These people knew what they were doing, and now he's sitting here talking to me like, no, that was super dangerous. Wouldn't do that again.
Look at that.
I'm glad you
That
had
is
sunglasses
so
on because
cool.
you never know what
Oh no, I'm
I don't
surprised.
know if your eyes are open at this point. I don't
know
if it
how
matters.
y'all even had some.
Folks, they're literally 2 feet. It's like where you would sit around a fire pit just to enjoy the fire pit. Like, that's how close they are to it. And they throw a bomb in the middle of it.
I had a piece of styrofoam hit me in the chest, and I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like if that hit me in the eye, I might have lost it.
Right?
So-
Shrapnel to the face. That sucks.
That was
See,
insane.
in a moment, like
Great
a
music.
video like this, I've
music's awesome.
got to think to myself, now that I am a mother, I got to think, what is your mom like? I know your mom. Did she call you after this one and be like, that was a little too far, babe?
I think I posted when I was with her, so I could kind of walk her through. I was like, all right, here's what happened.
Okay, then
I know
we're
it looks like a
totally
mistake,
safe.
but it was like just small decisions that led up to this point.
And we were all fine. I don't think I could hear for 2 days. Like, I had a ringing in my right ear. I think it was my right ear. It was one of those that are, like, you hear like the war veterans talk about how I had a explosive go off. It literally was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after
Yeah.
there was dust, I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't hear. It was just like in the movies where just like everything was
Yeah.
numbed, but I was like in fight or flight mode,
Yeah.
like seeing who made it. And it was just
See
like,
who made it.
Wow.
You're like looking around. Are you okay?
It's like we thought this was 1/10 of what it actually ended up being.
Because
Dang.
there was a video on YouTube where a guy was actually holding one in his hand. And
Yes.
that's what we originally
He
talked
said
about.
he'd hold it in his hand. Of course, we could be 2
Yeah.
feet away from it.
And we were like, how did he do that?
That's why you don't believe everything you see on the
Then we
internet.
rewatched it. We rewatched that video and we were trying to explain to everyone it wasn't that bad. And like I think there was like blood on his face. We're like, oh, wait.
Yeah, maybe not the best
I saw this a
example.
long time ago. My bad.
Yeah, really. Oh my god.
That's crazy. That's dangerous. Have you ever thought about going to like Hollywood and like trying to get back, on the set when they're really like blowing stuff up, like real
That would
major?
be fantastic because I was watching all the behind the scenes on Game of Thrones when they do like the fire and all the stuff for the dragons or whatever, and like
Yeah.
that would be incredible to see all those like pyrotechnics like do-do-do-do-do when they all go off in a line like in
Right.
slow mo and not 24 frames a second.
It would
That'd be awesome.
it would work too, like the outside, because they're doing the explosions, outside where
Or demolitions of buildings.
like their cameras have to be
yeah.
able to shoot it too. So I'm sure you'd be fine as far as your camera and stuff. That would be awesome.
I saw in like Homewood they destroyed a local Jack's restaurant.
Oh
with, like,
my God, you
The other day I was like, I should have been there.
there.
Why didn't someone call me?
Well, what about they're doing all this construction down on the interstate? What about the big cranes?
Seen like a bridge fall? That'd be amazing. Like,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
let's-
just go down there and be like, yo, I got this camera.
What's up? You're slacking. We need to get on the phone. Call the
And
mayor.
word on the street, the cameras is expensive as a nice car. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
it's
It is
serious.
a serious.
You can't do
heavy-
this on your iPhone, folks. Don't
No.
even try. Yeah.
And you should just go down there and be like, yo, I got this expensive camera. Can you drop something?
just do what you're gonna do, and I'll just be here.
Yeah, can I just stand over here with your hard hat on or whatever?
I show up with my own hard hat. That really gives me like
Right? He's
sets the
professional.
tone. Yeah. Oh, he knows what he's doing.
You should wear like a badge or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Just
Looking through your Instagram, like, yeah,
Just
wear
get
like
a
good-
uniform at the
You can
thrift
get
store.
like a vest off the thing and be like, hey, I need to do this for HR.
just look like you're supposed to be there.
HR
It'll be
needs
fine.
some video of you doing this. Can you do it again for me? No, just looking through your Instagram though. I would imagine, like, I just see the dice trick with a cup, a basketball getting slam dunked into a fire,
the
like
back.
the football to the back. I would imagine you go to sleep dreaming about slow motion stuff now.
oh yeah, I have a notes page where I'll be half asleep and something will just come to me. I'm like, oh, this plus this, and
Oh, this would be
a
awesome.
couple of those are what we're gonna try to do today. Like,
Oh
I
yes,
was like, wait, we have a glass door. Why don't we throw stuff at it before we break it?
yes,
Right?
shut
Like
down,
this
so-
guy getting this picture, this guy getting a bottle broke over his head. And he's just hanging out.
Well, some of the simplest stuff, we were watching some before you got here, and some of the simplest stuff, like just dropping an egg into a balloon, like in real life or in real time, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah, that's.
But when you
yeah.
slow it down to how many frames a second?
That one was probably 5,700 frames a second.
5,700 frames per second.
Nice.
It looks freaking amazing. Like,
Which people who aren't super camera savvy, that means the camera is taking 5,700 photos every second to give you, since cameras just give you the illusion of movement by taking a lot of pictures. This one's taking thousands of pictures every second instead of
Wow.
the normal 24 pictures a second, which you see in movies, sports, like 30 to 60 frames a second. So you're seeing every single thing that's happening in that time frame.
That's
you know.
awesome.
So what? How high does
Slow
your
it
camera?
down.
It can get up to and this sounds ridiculous, but I'll caveat it, but it gets up to 300,000 frames a second, but it can only do that. It can only be, I'm going to misrepresent the numbers here, but it's like 1 pixel by 7 pixels. It's literally just to see, I think, light in a laboratory move, which
okay.
it still probably barely gets. But usable 5,700 frames a second gives us 720p because there's this balancing act between resolution and frame rate.
Right, so you
if
can
I
see
drop
it
it
clearly.
down to 2,800 frames a second, I can get 1080p or 1400p. Like you can, but the highest frame rate we can get while still being HD is 5700 frames a second at 720.
Well, you've definitely done your homework. Were you like into this stuff before you started doing slow motion? Before you got the camera, I'm sure you researched it, whatever the best one and all that. But were you like, is this something you were even into or passionate about beforehand, or is it just like
it just kind of came with the territory? And again, when there were like three of us bought the camera, I'm the least knowledgeable of the three, but I still know enough to get by. Like
like you're a little tech savvy because for me it's like gibberish. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Does my iPhone flip?
Yeah, a lot of people ask us like, so what kind of GoPro are you guys using to get this slow mo? It's like
it's not a GoPro.
Like 240 frames a second or something maximum. Yeah, we're
way past that, huh?
Yeah, like thousands.
Hey, if you're gonna do it right.
That's what we're saying.
That's what. Because I remember y'all were like up in the air about investing in a slow mo camera.
Yeah, we had the little cheap one that did 960 frames a second, which was okay, but it was like the size of a small little camera, and we were like, if we're gonna do this.
It's probably still $20,000.
No, it's only like 1,000. It's actually
really?
pretty good to do 900 frames a second for like $1,000 or $2,000, I think it was. So,
wow.
Yeah.
But we wanted to like the
be
quality, and we
professional,
wanted to be able to capture things like the water balloon and the egg, which I happen to do in Hawaii, which is kind of funny. Like,
oh wow.
That's how I spent.
I haven't seen this one yet, so I'm definitely interested on seeing.
But that wouldn't look like anything in 1,000. So
yeah, it's kind of
like, just as, like okay, all the things that you did, like he sets things on fire and then films
people on
it.
fire
like,
usually. This
yeah,
is a girl we met and we set her leg on fire.
See, I want to hang out with y'all after that. Like, I'm not coming back to your party. Look,
well,
his
it's a
hand
special.
is on fire.
Yeah, it's a special type of solution. I think because I was so intrigued when I first saw the slow motion stuff.
It's like Hunger Games.
Yeah, we get like water and then we poured like dish soap in there, and then we get like butane, and it's like air, and you put it in the bottom and it makes bubbles, and so the bubbles are full of butane instead of normal air, and so
it protects
you. Foamy liquid on your hand. So when it catches on fire, the liquid you don't burn, but then when the bubbles pop, the gas emits and it starts fire.
Burning.
So there's a lot of science behind all this.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it sounds like you need like a couple degrees in order to do some of this stuff.
The guy with the chemical engineering degree is the guy who told me all that. So.
Okay, yeah, right. You're just repeating what it. No, I mean that's awesome. Like that's how you learn is by doing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
crazy.
I love the fire thing. I think we should. I love looking at it. You know what I mean? Just in slow motion, looking at the fire, it looks so cool. I think that we should set Cullen on fire.
Oh my gosh!
And after we set, and then belly flop, because Cullen was talking about belly flopping on the slow mo, and I thought that'd be pretty cool. Let's set you on fire
let's
first
give it a purpose.
And step it up.
Yeah. No, so
motivate him to go in there.
If y'all are not watching now, then here in just about 1 minute, we're gonna cut everything, set up outside, and then come back and to y'all it'll be just
we normally don't do that. We just kind of push through, but we're gonna stop. We're gonna set up.
We're gonna do some behind the scenes.
And I have got some really cool ideas. I think
they were more prepared than I was. I thought I was bringing a lot of cool stuff. I usually just provided the camera and a couple balloons, which is usually all I'm good for.
Right, we got some things.
Yeah. You guys show this.
Oh, I showed on this earlier. Yeah, so if y'all want to go to see,
I've seen it already.
Super slow stuff.
Come on.
I don't want to see it again. You boys have fun with that. Yeah.
It got. I think I need to look at the stats on it, but it was the most DM'd thing we've ever posted.
Oh
it didn't even
my
get that
gosh.
many likes. I think I got like
You
more
said
DMs
no one
than
liked
likes.
it.
You sat on this for a good year, I think, before you posted it.
It took me a lot of guts to build up to the point where I felt comfortable sharing this part of myself with
right, you already
strangers.
because that's intimate.
Yeah, it's like I'm looked at like an animal now.
It's kind of like the pimple popping thing. It's like you gotta have a strong stomach.
It's
for
like
that.
oh my gosh.
The music too to this, by the way.
The way it just keeps coming out is so impressive.
I thought it was over, and then bam, it got me again.
Oh yeah, it surprised me too.
I'm like a master snot rocketer, and what y'all don't see on this Instagram video is in the original. Don't you have it reverse coming back into your nose?
Yeah. I wish I could have had the foresight to not make such a terrible face when I did it, because that whole clip is half a second long. If I could just without going
that's so crazy.
It doesn't matter. I think you got your point across.
Yeah. I'm not going to look flattering either way.
Mission accomplished. No one was looking at your face. I think they're looking at this.
Well,
that's the hardest we've laughed when we watched that back for the first time.
I remember that. You sent it to me that night.
I was like, I don't think that was very good, but we can watch it. And then it was like 20 times more snot than we were expecting.
I bet that y'all have come up with a bunch of stuff that you just can't put online.
Yeah, there's a lot of
inappropriate things anyway.
Yeah, right.
All right, I think it's gonna take us a while to do our do all the things that we want to do. So I think
we're gonna shoot this in real time for the podcast, and then he's gonna shoot it in slow mo for probably some of it. We'll throw in here if we can
edit the clips,
get
and send
it
it
clipped
to you.
in. Yeah, and then y'all, where can they find you to go see all this in slow mo?
These are all gonna go on our Instagram probably fairly soon. I'm really excited about a lot of these ideas. So maybe as soon as this Sunday, you might see one of these.
Ooh, you do one every Sunday, don't you?
Slow-mo Sunday. I think I might expand it a little bit too, because it seems like they always do pretty well.
So we got 2 times Tuesday. They got slow-mo Sunday.
Right.
It's just a thing.
It's a thing, right?
2 times Tuesday.
Everybody needs a thing. We got a thing.
I wish more days started with S. Like, I don't want to do slow-mo Saturday and slow-mo Sunday back to back. I wish Tuesday or Wednesday could just start with an S. Maybe we could petition for that.
Hey, I think it is so cool that, out of all, it's fate that y'all came together. And he down here in Alabama.
We tried to avoid him when we saw a dude in a cape at Target. We're like, I don't really know if I want to be a part of whatever this is.
The dude comes up to you in a cape.
Yeah. It's like, we don't have time for this.
We don't have time for this.
Whatever this
He's
is.
Trying to sell
it's
stuff.
just, everybody's so conservative down here, like YouTube. And that's not a job. That's you know what I mean? Like, people are.
And then they realize I was
like, it's a video. I thought he was just wearing a cape. Yeah, it's a video. That's fine.
Right? But yeah, here you are. I love it. We need to do a big meet and greet or something. Get all the Alabama influencers, because there's more and more. I get
surprised
looking.
when I see
it's growing.
Certain
anybody.
they're from Bama too.
I know. There was 2 people on The Voice this run or whatever. There's still one right now that are from Alabama.
I
was like, look at us
American
coming
Idol
up.
too. I mean, we have the singers here. That's
Taylor Hicks.
I love it. Right? Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for jumping on here and talking to us about your degree and lack of and growing up and
not growing up.
Yeah, right.
Wait. Before we go, while we've got him on the microphone, what is your best don't tell mom story?
Best don't tell mom story.
You probably threw a brick through a window.
It's probably something we filmed that we ought not have, or we got away with, and just trying to think. I mean, there was a time when we were in Bosnia, walking around, and these rabid dogs chased us in a cemetery, and we had to run across graves to get out, and then some other guy they turned and went after some other guy. I don't know what happened.
It's not a normal story. That's not what I was expecting.
Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, what?
We almost died in Bosnia by a pack of rabid dogs in a cemetery.
We had to run over a cemetery.
And I was stepping on graves because that was the fastest way out. I was
that's what you're worried about is
I wasn't worried about it, but afterwards I was thinking that's the only way I'd feel okay with walking on graves was because
you're
being chased for
this is my time to
your life was on the line. And you were worried about telling your mom because she'd be upset that you were stepping on the graves, or that you were put yourself in a position
they were
where
already
you
nervous.
chased
they were already nervous that we went to Bosnia to film a video. And so the fact that their fears actually were correct. There were rabid dogs.
You're running. You're like, Mom, tell me about this.
They literally tried to kill us.
Your poor mom. She sounds like a saint just putting up with some of the shit you do. So I applaud your mom.
Many broken windows growing up from trick shots that were just ignored by her.
It sounds like y'all are good friends, though. It sounds like you can pretty much tell her anything. So that's awesome. That's a good mom, then. But hopefully we can do some stuff today that maybe you won't be able to tell her.
I'm excited.
That's our goal.
Let's
all right, let's move this show outside.
Whoa, here we go.
Let's go.
All right, so we're back out here, ready to go. We got set up. We're using the phone as our mic. He's got the $1 million camera over here. If y'all are not watching on YouTube, be sure to check it out and see some slow-mo action here. We got a glass door, I think we're going to throw stuff at first.
It's like an obstacle course out here. We got my husband back there holding the glass. We're about to,
The camera bankrupted us, so we don't have a tripod.
We got a stool on top of a box, basically.
That's how the turkey's made. You don't usually get to see the setup. The final products will look fine, though.
I love it. I can't wait to set Cullen on fire and put him in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
It's like in boxing matches, these are the fights you don't care about. We're really here for the fight.
We got the baby pool filling up, so we might do some belly flops. We're getting some dogs out here to do some slow-mo shaking and slow-mo licking.
Yeah, we got champagne bottles. We're going to try to do the whole, bust the champagne bottle off with the knife thing. We're going to try to do... we're going to break a vase. We got a nail gun. We got a hockey player. We got...
Nail gun's exciting.
We got a swimming pool. We got glass doors that are trash that we're going to, do everything.
See what happens.
Eggs. We got a butternut squash, folks. It's going to get weird around here, okay?
And Katie just walked out here somewhere. There she is.
Hey,
Katie's out here. Katie's out here. So y'all are missing it if you're not watching. But let's shoot some stuff in slow mo. Here we go.
Yeah.
5,700.
I'm gonna do 2,800 frames a second for this one. Gonna make it nice. Not too many frames.
All right. Here
The
we
legendary shots in action, folks. Let's do this. All right, for all of the people on podcast, I'm definitely going to be commentating.
I'm going to use that camera or something for real time and intros.
I'm going to be participating also, but I'm going to be participating as much as I can. I definitely want to like hit Cullen upside the face with an egg. I got lots of big plans. The first one I think we're gonna do is the balloon. Okay, we're gonna let Carson. We're gonna hit. Okay, I'll hit the button. We're gonna let Carson
and here's how this camera
start
works.
us off.
This camera's always recording to its RAM, always.
Okay.
In like 4 seconds, basically so there's like this endless timeline, and this camera is saving the last 4 seconds. And when you click stop. It'll save the last 4 seconds that just happened.
Okay.
So after something's done, you click save, and this camera's like, all right, I have the last 4 seconds of history on here.
Nice.
So it's not record and me go, it's me go, then you record. And give me like 1 to 2 seconds after I've done it, since we don't need to stop it immediately because...
Me go and then you record. So you just scream out
I'll yell trigger
when it's time to hit the button.
Trigger,
Trigger, okay.
Trigger, okay.
All right, so I have the task of hitting the button, okay? Cullen, you're going to film it.
And can you push your shirt one more time?
And Carson's going to start us off and show us how it's done. We're going to start off with a balloon.
It looks pretty good. We'll see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
Baloney.
Just like
that's our safety word, and Corey is actually wearing a shirt that says baloney on it, so that's perfect. Okay, yeah. So he's getting the glass door ready. Oh, he's behind it. Okay, so he's standing behind it. He's gonna tell me when to say trigger.
After she does trigger after you throw.
Yeah, I'll yell trigger when I want you to trigger.
Okay. All right. So I'm ready to. I'm ready. All right, here we go. Now he's holding the balloon. He just hit it, and I just pressed trigger. It's after he did it. That was crazy. Yeah. So hopefully I did it right. Did it work?
Yeah.
Now we're doing the playback to make sure that the balloon hit the glass.
Does not look cool in regular motion. Like that just looks like you threw a balloon at a wall. But in slow motion, that is gonna look
Well,
awesome.
look, we're watching the playback right now. You can tell Carson is a professional at this. He's done this a time or two. Corey's doing a great job holding it up.
Actually, let's see what happens.
Dang, that's okay. So
I made that face again.
Okay,
oh, that's crazy.
Okay,
yeah, that was pretty cool. It looks way cooler in slow mo.
Yeah, it does not look like it does that.
Okay.
Expansion.
So I'm not saving that one because it takes like 2 minutes to save.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so apparently they have to do this several times to get the good one. Because if they did it just a little too high or a little too low, then, it's not in the frame. And he's got to have his camera pretty far back, Cullen. How far back do you think we are right now?
Oh, Gal, what do you think? Like,
it's just the lens I'm using, but we're pretty far back.
Yeah.
It's getting so close up. That's crazy. This is, like, it's not just a slow-mo, like, one-shot thing. Okay, ready for trigger?
All right, I'm back on trigger duty. All right, you tell me when. And he's winding up the balloon.
There it is.
Oh, that was a big one.
I didn't hear him say trigger.
You're right. That sounded right.
I think I did it.
I could do
I
that.
waited
so you don't
just a
have to hold
second.
everything.
Is that okay? Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. This looks so cool. All right, so every time he does one, he's gonna have to save it, and he
I thought
says,
about my face this time. I still might have done
You were
it
constant. Was that what you were concentrating on? It's not throwing. It's make sure my face looks the same the whole time.
Okay, so explain to us why why you want to pick the right one and you want it to be perfect, because you said it takes 2 minutes to save. Why does it take so long? Because
every 4 second clip on here is over 30 gigabytes, and so I'm only probably going to save about a second of this. But even then, I hit it on the tie. That's pretty cool.
nice. Oh my gosh, who would have ever thought that balloon? I mean, y'all, the balloon just went like huge.
Yeah, look at
it's like the size of him.
Look at how it
of
hit
his upper
right
body.
on the tie, which is cool. Like that's like
Having a focal point.
Yeah.
You didn't even mean to do that, did you?
nah. I mean, yes.
This is so cool.
Here's a fun part. I'm going to start where I'm like holding it, right?
Umbrella.
Okay.
That's what I
And then I'm gonna. What is it again?
Yeah.
This is like for
Yeah,
real,
you
y'all,
grab one,
behind the
that'd be good.
scenes. Like I feel like I'm on the set of a movie, Cullen. What do you think?
What? Just a regular.
So I'm gonna set an end point here. So this is like the whole 4 seconds. I'm gonna set an end point for the thing to start here.
Okay.
Okay, where's the implant?
Very technical, folks.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, this camera is like serious.
This
Don't
is
you
insane.
feel like you're in Hollywood right now?
Oh, I do. Corey said he's the Vanna White of slow motion.
Yeah, Corey is the Van White. I kind of want him to do the helicopter, but that's really right behind the glass.
Baloney.
No, we do not want the helicopter in slow. We don't want it in fast motion.
The lights.
I'm just kidding.
The dark. Oh, that looks so weird in real time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pretty cool, yeah. It does look like bubble gum. So the balloon, so far, all we've done, folks, is the balloon, and it's pretty awesome. Like, I know y'all are podcasters and you're listening to this. I'm trying to do a good job commentating, but really, you need to go watch this one. If you're not going
So here's how
to
this
watch
works.
any, watch
The
this one.
points and out points.
All right, and we're back with the next one. This time we're going to have Carson and Cullen both do the water balloons at the same time. We've switched positions, okay? We've got the camera over there now, and we're going to do a little intro for Legendary Shots. Y'all ready? All right, here we go. I'm going to let them do it. They need me to shut up. Oh, my God. That was crazy. I thought that they, like, really threw it as hard as they could. Like, I was worried that they were going to actually break that glass. This could get dangerous, folks. We never
Oh,
know.
the trigger just means that you are.
Now we got to look at
keeping
the
last few
playback.
seconds of footage, right?
And we got to see, make sure that
And
this...
last time you only used 1 second.
Look at those two guys.
See, it happens so fast that you can't tell if it's actually hitting where you're supposed to hit. Oh, look at that. See, it looks pretty cool when both of them hit at the same time. Bam! It's like two big pieces of bubble gum.
Should I save it or anything? Save it and then we do another one?
That looks so crazy looking.
That one looks like
Pretty
a
cool.
The collide more?
All right, I think that they might do one more. I think we might do one more balloon trick. We're going to see if we can do it a little bit better.
At the same time.
Yeah.
They actually like perfectly not at the same time.
Yeah,
It's like one
Wanna
got
try
out
one?
of frame and then the other one got in.
Because we didn't do anything that incredible. I think we could do it again.
all right, I think that they're going to do it again. And we're going to try to do one more of the double balloon.
Wait an extra second.
And then we're going to move on to our next obstacle in this obstacle course. We got Katie, the umbrella girl, out here.
Umbrella
Say hello to
Duty.
the podcast.
Hey,
Katie.
podcast, what's up?
What do you think about this?
I think this is really cool. I love
would
their
take
stuff.
closer together.
I think their slow-mo stuff is, like, incredible. I watch it every Sunday on
Yeah,
Sunday.
slow-mo Sundays.
And it's, like, just blows your mind. I'm like, how in the world is that what happens? And this stuff happens.
You got to slow it down to see sometimes.
Yeah.
What you need, Cullen? All right. Okay, so we're going to do a real-time shot of these guys throwing the balloons. Okay. See, you can see the whole setup from here. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! They busted a balloon. I don't know if y'all could hear that on the podcast, but that was loud, and I am nervous. I thought that they had broke the glass. They just busted the balloon. I'm running away from the balloon. It's too intense. Look at this guy. You know, life gives you lemons. You make lemonades. See, then you got to go back. So after they do this, each time they got to go back and check it and make sure that it's worth keeping because this is a lot of footage. It's taking up a lot, folks. All right, I think that one was the winning shot for the balloons, and now we're going to move on to the next obstacle.
All right. Katie's taking over the commentating here. Cullen and Britany have an egg. They're getting ready to throw it at the glass and see how this goes in slow-mo. So I'm not sure. This should be interesting. We'll see if they can get them done at the same time. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 toss. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, that was so low. Y'all were equally low. Equally low, though. The eggs hit a little bit below, I believe, where they're supposed to hit. All right, attempt number 2 with the eggs. Here we go. We're going for higher this time. They got it wiped off, cleaned off. Shoot it in. Ready? Oh, nice. Much higher.
This is the one that I've been waiting for this whole time, and this
You
is.
really don't like this vase, do you?
No, I don't like this vase at all. And hopefully, don't tell Mom, but I found this vase in Mom's basement, and it's a goner. So we got we got a nail gun, and we got a vase, and we got legendary shots. It's gonna get crazy.
I'm gonna do 5,700 frames a second just to be safe, because I don't know how fast nails go. So.
He just did a
We're
test
kinda
shot
nervous.
over into the tree, and it took a bird out.
Test shot it with just a nail, but I kind of want to just do it.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, well,
nervous.
we're just gonna do it, and me and Cullen are gonna stand over here safely.
Safety is number one priority.
All right, Cullen. Tell the podcasters what's going on.
All right, I might have to be.
If it ricochets, then it's gonna come
Well,
that way. So we want to be like closer.
are you sure? You don't want to get closer to it. I'm getting so nervous.
Because if it hits the brick and goes that
Like,
way.
do I need to? Here, look. I'm gonna stand behind this plexiglass. Here we go. Let's hunker down behind this glass.
Okay, we're gonna
piece of
hunker down.
plexiglass.
We gotta stay safe over here.
All right.
All right now.
I'm worried he might miss and hit the brick or something, and then it really ricochet back and hit a window
Cullen,
on the car.
this is probably the craziest "Don't Tell Mom"
This is
podcast
insane.
we've ever done. Look, you got us hunkered down over
so-
here behind some plexiglass.
Corey's got this thing rigged up.
Corey's
with
wearing
the-
my sunglasses
with a
as
tie.
safety glasses, and he looks ridiculous with a baloney T-shirt on, and he's got the nail gun hooked
He's got
up.
one of those plastic straps that they wrap up heavy-duty equipment with, because the nail gun has to be activated by like pressure, and so he's pulling it and activating it. So there's nothing in the way between the nail and the vase.
Now,
Yeah,
y'all,
I'm
for
getting-
you listeners, okay, we've got the vase propped up on a brick retaining wall. So if he's a little low in his shot, then it's going to hit the brick, and we don't know if it's going to go through the brick, if it's going to ricochet back. I just hope it doesn't hit him in my baby maker.
Oh my god!
I hope he doesn't get hurt.
They're
really
trying to
nervous
do
about
the
it.
scientific Pythagorean theorem over here, I think.
Yeah. Well, they only got one shot at this.
Yeah, he's trying to set up the angle just right.
Corey looks like he is a rock star, right? Like, you don't want to meet this guy in a back alley.
He will
At
nail
night.
gun with you. Yeah, this is making me. I mean, the longer it takes to set
I
up,
know.
longer it makes me
We're back here
nervous.
sweating in 95-degree
Oh my
heat
God,
in
yeah, that is
Alabama,
hot.
hiding behind a piece of plexiglass on a Thursday, trying to break stuff with nail guns. Well, mine is Cullen's. Katie's. If y'all can't hear Katie in the background, she's saying that Cullen's face is not even being protected by the plexiglass because it's at it's like a triangle, and I'm the only one protected by it.
I'm gonna sit down on my booty here and get a little bit lower now.
Okay. Okay. Down, Cullen.
Okay, so they've readjusted the vase here. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
We got everything's about angles. We only got one shot at this.
It's the angle and the dangle.
Yeah, and we got a car that might get broken. I remember, back in the day, I thought I was smooth, and I had a beer can, and I propped it up on my grill, and I had this BB gun, and me and my buddies were playing out, just red team go, and I jumped behind the patio furniture, and I went up and I hit. And I shot with my BB gun the beer can. It went straight through it. What I didn't realize was my car was parked right behind the beer.
No.
And so it went through the beer can and into my windshield and busted my windshield. That was the
All
most.
right, here we go. Okay, yes, we're ready. You
Okay,
don't have to
yeah, they're
ask us
set up.
twice.
They're set up. They're ready to shoot. Corey,
This
please
is
be
probably
careful.
not even going to be that climatic. It's probably just going to go straight through.
And hit it. Don't hit the brick.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. He's about to do it. Slow motion.
What's going on?
No.
Oh, he's locked up. Oh no.
Oh, no. That was faulty. What's going on? It's jammed, folks.
Oh gosh.
All that anticipating, we're sweating bullets over here, and the gun is jammed.
Is there enough air in
The
it?
camera's ready.
Should be enough air, yep.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh.
Shit, we lost it.
Oh,
All right, it's about to
coming
come back.
Hang on, here we go.
We gotta have the
Cloud's
perfect
coming.
light. We gotta have the perfect light for this, folks.
Hang on.
Everything's gotta fall into place.
Hang on.
This is fate.
Too dark.
It's too dark.
Too dark.
It looks like
He's going 5,700 frames per second.
Look, as soon as that cloud passes, then we're ready.
We're waiting on the cloud to pass. We've tried to work out videos with legendary shots in the past, but he's always it's too cloudy. It's got to be a perfect sunny day, and today's that day. But when one cloud goes by, here we go. Cloud's still moving.
It's crazy
This is
how
so crazy, the
everything
anticipation.
everything has to be perfect, because really you only get one shot. I mean, you know, with eggs and stuff that you can just keep throwing them. I guess you get tons of shots. But when you only have one vase, one nail, one opportunity.
Okay,
Okay, here comes the light, folks. Cullen, hunker down. Don't get hit now.
What if
Watch me get hit. Watch my finger get hit.
Broken except that windshield on the car next to us.
Right?
Wait.
Wait, y'all tell us when.
Are we ready?
Ready?
Oh, he missed.
Oh, no! We ready again?
Oh, no.
Corey came in.
Oh, he got it.
Well, wait, I triggered it. I want to see what happened. And that was terrifying that it bounced off.
That's crazy. Where did it go?
It went off.
Not at us.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
Let's look at that inside.
we're going to look at that inside. Let the camera cool down.
Here we go.
We just watched the replay
Tell us
back.
when.
Go for it.
Here we go. We're doing it right now.
Oh, that was
Did
sweet.
it hit? Hang
Yeah,
on,
it hit. It hit. It popped right up.
Still going high. I think you hit the neck again, right?
No, he hit like right under it. Like,
All right, here we go. Can we bust through this vase? What is this vase made of?
oh, miss.
That was a mess. Yeah, I saw it.
Try to hit in such a way that if it does ricochet, it doesn't hit me or you.
Yeah, and low.
Yeah.
I think. Oh.
Did it hit it again?
Okay, that's not going to break it then.
No. Yeah.
Hey, can I just?
It won't break it.
Right where that is? Since I'm right here, can we put a balloon right where that is?
Oh yeah, a balloon. Let's get him to shoot it with a balloon.
The vase went break.
All right, so now we're doing a water balloon and we're getting up close, slow mo. Just don't hit the brick.
Don't hit the brick. Whatever you do, don't hit the brick. Watch your face, baby. That's your money maker. So my husband is right up on this balloon. If this doesn't bust, then we have a faulty nail gun. We're taking that nail gun back to Home Depot if this
You got
don't
some
work.
dull nails if you can't break this balloon. I don't know. These balloons are known to like expand tremendously.
All right, go for it. Let's see how this looks.
Here we go, and balloon time.
Oh! It's like
did
it
it
ricocheted.
hit?
It started peeing on him.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Oh my goodness. Yes, it's like the water slowed it down.
Try to leave.
Oh,
is
that
actually
is so
insane.
cool. Get this on the video.
Look at
Where
it.
is
Try to create an exit
That's
wound,
okay.
and it can't.
All right, now we got Britany here on the bow and arrow, the crossbow.
I've never shot a bow and arrow before ever. So let's see if this works. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
I know it's
Are
coming
you ready?
You got to aim low.
So right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and the balloon goes tumbling down. Oh, it's going to run down into the gutter. Oh, no. No, Britany is chasing a balloon down the street.
Is this thing got enough
Oh!
through it?
Oh, this is so much better.
Was it good?
Oh! I usually don't freak out like this anymore. Wow. Look at this.
Oh, it is kind of cool then. Let's see. Watch this.
This is cooler. I mean, it might break eventually, but watch this.
Whoa! It did go through.
It just stops it.
And then just shoots it back. Oh, that's so cool.
Look how far out it goes in
What
the
brand
back.
balloon is this? We need to
Yeah,
tell
this
them.
balloon.
I know.
That's sick.
These are the best balloons in the market, folks.
Okay, now, since I couldn't penetrate the water balloon, Cullen's going to give it a turn here.
All right.
And we're ready.
Wait. Sorry, I forgot to.
Hang on, he's got to get ready over here. Look at Cullen. He pretends like he knows what he's doing, but he has no idea.
You put like.
If y'all are watching, you see how silly he is. So he's using a right-handed, like for real air. What is this thing called?
Go for it.
All right, he's gonna go. He's gonna go. I bet that still looked kind of cool. It is so hot out here, folks. We are done for the day. As far as, well, we might not be done for the day, but as far as the podcast is concerned,
He's freaking out back there. He likes the shot.
he likes the shot.
If we,
Come on, let's go over.
let's go look at that. Let's go look it up. Wrap it up with Carson and.
It's not what you thought it was. It looked
go
like it
on
was the
this.
lamest thing ever. Look at this shot.
Dude, look at that.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
That was even better than. Oh my god.
That's so crazy.
That is awesome. Hey, Carson, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Carson,
for having me.
From
Yes.
That was great.
on
Great
the
fun.
podcast.
Go check him out. Go check him out.
Whatever you do,
Follow
don't
him.
try this at home, kids.
Yes, we're professionals, obviously.
We're obviously professionals. And thanks for watching the podcast. Y'all make sure to leave your voice messages, like us, go on Instagram and follow us, folks. We're trying to get to
Tag us up on
we're trying to get to 10,000 Instagram followers by the end of the year, so we got to get on it. All right, tell your friends, and yeah, thanks for watching with the Legendary Shots. It's a good podcast, y'all. Afternoon. We'll see you next week for Two Times Tuesday. Peace. Here we go.
Alright, we're gonna throw a disc into a basket plus flowers.
Sorry, Booger.
We're getting back.
Get it back, baby. Ready?
All right, now let's go.
Yeah.
Somehow Cullen ended up being the guinea pig in this.
Oh, are they spoiled?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.